young kings and queens and little ones and all the good stuff, even though I don't really focus any of my material for children, but still, as a child of God, I always make room to show love to the children because unfortunately, I feel like, it's the children who are a lot of times get affected by us when we don't check and regulate our emotions. So I want to shout out everybody out there, and I want to thank you. This is day 7 on my 21 days I pray journey. This is something that I do with myself. I develop 21 days of my emotions every year, as well as 21 days of other areas of my life. But I choose to share the one where I do the emotional ones because I know if it's one thing we are on this planet is human, regardless of all the other things that we all are, because none of us are the same. There is not one of us that's alike. And I think that's one of the greatest and amazing things of the Creator, God, because it's just so many different types of people in this world, but it's not no two people alike. And for that right there, I recognize how special I am and how I've been created. And I hope you guys are the same way with yourselves too. And maybe one of these days I'll have a conversation about comparison because honestly, we were never created to be compared to each other. And on that note, I pray and hope that you are individually doing your thing for yourself. So today I said that I was going to talk about a little wrap up for the week. We started off with monitoring our thoughts. We started off, we talked about stinking thinking a little bit. We talked about triggers. We talked about boundaries. We talked about observing our thoughts. We even talked about redirecting our thoughts. And last but not least, we finalize and practice because that's what we're doing. We are practicing. And this is the things that I did for myself to help me become a lot more tolerable of you humans. Yo, y'all know I get a little silly with it sometimes, yeah, because y'all be getting on people's nerves, boy. You humans is something, boy. I'm trying to tell y'all, but guess what? You bear with me, and I bear with you. That's it. We in this together, y'all. We gonna make the best of it. But yeah, today I did say we'll talk about what I said we was gonna talk about again today. Oh boy. Aha. I said we were gonna talk about anchoring. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the term anchoring. You know, like how when a ship is out to sea, it has that big giant anchor when it's ready to stop and it throws the anchor down to just, help it slow down and to stop. And anchoring is something that professional people use. It's a term, the healthy educated definition of anchoring is a healthy way of managing your emotions. That's how healthy people say it. But for me, it's that reason why I'm not gonna whoop your ass. You know what I mean? That's you know what I'm saying, guys. It's my why I'm not gonna whoop your guys. I swear to God, you gotta have a why in everything you do in life. You understand what I mean? So there you go. Long story short, you have to have a healthy way of managing your emotions because, for one, you're not going to be able to whoop everybody ass that get on your nerves. So that whooping everybody ass idea is definitely out the window. And then for two, it's just that you're still going to have the problem. You know what I mean? If it's one thing that I say to the people that I help a lot is that getting mad is not solving the problem. I notice that's a lot of us black people, brown people, whatever people know. I'm not gonna lie, because a lot of people do that. I tend to be around a lot of black and brown people a lot more so, but I've been around plenty of white people and other races and cultures, Asian, everything to know that it's not just a black thing, it's not just a brown thing, it's a human thing. And a lot of humans, for some reason, think that when they have a problem and they get mad and react out of anger in that problem, that that's helping the problem. Like, no, you just made two problems. Like, not only did you already have that problem, now you have this other problem that you just created from having your little fit like a little toddler. Now, get your shit together. Woo! I tried to tell y'all can't handle me. I'm trying. That's why I give y'all a little bit of me at a time, a little bit of me at a pace, 21 days a year, because I don't think you can handle much more of that. I'm trying to tell you, just suck it up. Stop the blood clot crying, boy. You hear me though? But no, seriously though, you have got to have whys of why you will not go backwards. You will not react the way you used to react. You will not do the things you used to do. And you cannot allow betrayal or any other negative scenario or obstacle in life to just say, you know what? Oh, forget it. Such and such betrayed me. I'm about to blow this. Nah, nope, sorry. That's not even it. Once you start working on yourself, you have to maintain you and work on you. And that's how I felt about it, guys. I just was like, I refuse to allow myself to go back to do things that I used to do. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's really going to get harder because the minute you decide you want to do better with yourself, and that's when everything will start attacking you and bothering you. Even people that you used to get along with, they'll start telling you, oh, you changed, you're different. And it's just like, here comes the nonsense. But keep yourself anchored. Keep yourself reacting in a positive way, because anything else is going backwards or throwing away all that hard work. Could you just imagine on day 7, after you just stay calm and cool all these days, and then somebody gonna make you go back? Don't do it. It ain't even worth it. So on that note, I'm about to drop a couple jewels on you real quick. You come and get this juice right here. Bring you to the water, but I can't make you drink it. Couple things that helped me anchor myself so people couldn't mess with me. I stopped reacting to people. I started responding. Remember that? That's something that you have to take with you a long way. And I took that as far as I could take it. And I want to thank you guys for supporting me and taking this journey with me, because I'm telling you guys, is nothing more important than unity and support and love in this world. Everything else, it is what it is. Second of all, I stopped explaining myself to people who, first of all, they didn't even want the explanation. All they want to do is to try to tell me what I did wrong. Pay attention to people like that. It doesn't matter what you say, they're going to still tell you that you did something wrong. So I just stopped explaining myself. Then I started letting go of those people that really, oh, everything I do is wrong. So no matter how many good things I did, no matter how right it is, it's just a constant attack from your negative, pessimist, little stinking thinking mindset. Cut. That's it. Cut them. And don't have no sympathy. For what? Because no matter how good you are, remember, they always want to tell you was wrong anyway. So cut people like that off out your life, right? And don't make choices when you're in chaotic situations. Don't make choices when you're in pressure. It's just, and you know what? Let me tell you guys something. I think the reason why I was so successful at making some of these changes that I made and doing some of the things that I did is because a lot of this stuff is repetitive. A lot of these practices and healthy ways of responding to life, it's like they're repetitive. It goes from one concept to another, from one practice to another, until you master it. So make a long story short, cut people off who are not for you. They don't believe in you. Nothing you do is right for them. They're negative. Let go and let God. And last but not least, did I say, let me stop saying last but not least, because that's my favorite word. I realize I love saying last but not least, and I've still been waiting for a last, and I ain't seen the last yet. But anyhow, don't make no choices in chaotic situations. And one thing I love to do is I like to take a little time out for myself. Like if somebody do something to me, and I think I said this to you guys before, and I might have to figure it out. Cause I got sometimes we're not perfect, and I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I'm so perfect. There are times where I have to sit there and dissect that situation to see where I was wrong at or what I could have done to, whatever the case may be. And you might need to do that. And then you might come at the end and you realize that you never did anything wrong. So, and once again, if this is a person that's always making you feel like you did something wrong when you didn't do nothing wrong, or that's putting you in a situation where you just feel like you're always explaining yourself, whatever that negative pressure is, man, look, time out if maybe you just need a break from them, or maybe you might just need to not be cool with them. I don't know, but I'm not here to tell nobody what to do, but I know what I did, what was best for me. And last but not least, don't run from your obstacles. Don't run from confrontations, guys. I'm telling you, like I understand it might be a day you might be like, look, I got bigger fish to fry. I'll get you next week, or I'll get you later. But 9 times out of 10, if you have something you got to deal with, just deal with it head on in a positive manner. We're not children anymore, guys. We grown, we're adults. And if the better we do it for us, the better we can do it for these children. And that's my overall goal, is to just make this world a better place for these children. And that was why I want to make myself a better place for my child, so he can have a better environment to thrive and grow in, as well as any other children that I'm around, because I have worked with children for such a long time, and I've always been so successful in what I did. But I would come home and open up a can of whoop ass for whoever wanted it on sale. Like, man, you might even get it for free, half price, however you want it, you gonna get it. But that's not healthy, y'all. We get and y'all be liking that chaotic nonsense, and that's the crazy thing. And that's why I had to start staying away from people, because people love that crazy part of me. They love that chaotic side of me. But that is not productive, and honestly, that's not who I am. It's just that I'm very passionate. And when you are passionate about life, honey, you just got to be careful. And this is the last one. When you're passionate like that, and you're the way I am, you got to guard your energy. Guard your energy. Guard your energy. People love it. People will do things to you on purpose just for you to react. And you sitting there all vulnerable and honest and open and just pouring your heart out. And it's just, but guard your energy, guys. You know yourself very well. And on that note, I'm going to come on, wrap this up and say my little prayer. I really hope my first week with you guys was just as fruitful for you as it has been for me. And I really hope the things that I've experienced, that I'm sharing with you for entertainment purposes only, can help you be entertained, but at the same time, grab a couple of jewels, work on a couple of things to just, work on yourself and do some things you need to do for yourself. Because in these days and age, there is no excuse, guys. There is no excuse. And like I said, I'm not doing this for everybody. This ain't for everybody. I ain't for everybody. But you have options out here in the world. You have people, you have a billion people on YouTube and other social media networks that care about you as far as putting the information out. And I understand a lot of these people just want to make money, but you guys can tell the difference from the ones who really care and the ones who don't. And who cares what they care about? That has nothing to do with you, because this is about you making yourself better. So I wish you well on your journey. And I'm going to say, God is my shepherd. I shall not want. He leads me besides the still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. And on that note, thank you so much for sharing day 7 on my 21 days I pray journey with me. And we're going to be talking about emotional hygiene the whole 21 days, because if it's one thing that I'm realizing that we need a lot of help with, is managing our emotions in a healthy way. And unfortunately, they keep saying that the youth need to manage their emotions, that the youth are not ready for the world. But a lot of us, if we did a better job at how we were supposed to do, the youth wouldn't be that bad. So I believe in the youth, I believe in the young, and I believe in you too. And I wish you well. I love you guys. Have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for joining me for my 21 days. I pray. God bless y'all. Yo, these things sometimes I be clicking off of here and they don't be wanting me to leave, but